Hello, I'm Diane Toshita. My UOB number is 2016030, and this is my demo of my application that I have aimed for waste management authorities to get an estimate waste produced by a household. The purpose is to minimize household waste and promote recycling by educating society. The application contains a questionnaire to gather information from the user. So let's get started. There are two user levels, which is resident login and the admin login for the employees. To log in as a resident, you will have to be registered with the system, and then you can participate in the questionnaire. Before you go to the survey, in the application, in the dashboard, the resident can submit the type of waste and the weight of it in kilograms, and if needed, a photo of it. The admin will be able to analyze this data and then send authorities to collect the waste. So when we move on to the survey, and these are the questions that I have put, so the resident can answer these questions. Once the questions are done, the question is completed, and then the resident can log out of the system. Now let's move on to the admin. Admin is able to view submitted data through charts or a table, edit the questionnaire, insert and delete answers, once done, admin can log out of the system. These are some of the events I have used in my applications. Action event is JCombo box. When this combo box is clicked, the action listener listens to the action event from the source JCombo box. Mouse click and the next one, mouse click event. When the button on the GUI is clicked, the mouse event is generated. The source is the J button and the mouse event listener listens to it. The mouse listener specifically listens to double click, left click, right click, and etc. Mouse wheel event. The mouse wheel event listens to the rotation of the mouse wheel. It listens to the rotation of the mouse wheel, and when the mouse wheel is rotated, mouse wheel event is generated by the widget's JScroll pane. Table model listener listens to the table data changes from the source table. If you delete one, so it delete. And when you delete the question, it updates in the table. List selection event. When an item in a list is selected, the list selection listener listens to the list selection event and then displays all the options here. Virtual identity. For the second theme of the assignment, virtual identity, I have used cookies and passwords. They are used to uniquely identify the resident and the admin. In the resident login and admin login classes, I have used password to authenticate the users. Password is matched against a database on the server. If the user is identified, the cookie is initialized to maintain a session, and at the logout, the cookie is deleted. Not only to uniquely identify, passwords are important in avoiding unauthorized access to the system. Therefore, the security of the system is maintained. The use of password authentication is to stop any unauthorized personnel accessing confidential or sensitive information such as customer address, email, phone number, and passwords. It also secures the company sensitive information such as user data. The alternative approaches that could be used for unique identification are the trust mechanisms such as biometrics, two-factor authentication, and recognition-based systems. Now we'll move on to the third theme of our assignment, which is the object orientation. The classes under the package called code represent real-world entities of the WMS system, such as employee, question, login, resident, and waste. Classes under the package called code represent real-world entities of the WMS system, such as employee, question, login, resident, and waste. Presentation layer of my application lies within the GUI package. These classes use, for instance, when the resident submits the question details are passed through the question class by the survey question UI remote service classes. These classes use JDBC to insert the information from a relational database. Therefore, these classes act as a persistence layer which communicates with the database layer. Presentation layer of my application lies within the GUI package. These classes use Java Swing AWT components in the GUI. GUI. The classes have been organized into subsystems or libraries using these packages. The entity classes and RMI remote interfaces are organized into package code and implementation of remote interfaces, and the server class binds the services that have been organized into package server. Additionally, external libraries as SimpleJSON library and JDBC SQL connector library have been used, and it is shown here in the reference libraries. Advantages of using RMI in the application. Since RMI extends the Java model to be run everywhere, it brings the power of Java safety and portability as well. Since WMA is a large-scale organization containing numerous stakeholders, this feature would be really useful. In contrast, single machine system will be harder to handle the system requests. And that completes my WMA presentation of my application. Thank you.